Hey, it's Miss Alana working on math, getting smarter and smarter every day, and being awesome and amazing just like you. We are working on today's math assignment. It is Tuesday, December the 6th. Make sure you have your sheet so you can get it done with me. We are working on rounding decimals right here, the top on the right. Let's begin by reading the standard. Read it with me. It says, number and operations in base 10. Understand the place value system, MGSE 5, NVT 4, use place value understanding to round decimals up to the hundredths place. Let's do it. All right, now, there are rules to rounding. Raise your hand if you remember those rules. All right, if you remember those rules and you can do these on your own, go ahead and do them on your own and then check back with me to make sure you did them right. If not, watch this video. I will go through them with you, okay? Let's look at that first one. Let's say that number. It says $5, no, not $5, 5 and 81/100. If I had a dollar sign, then it would be dollars, right? So first we start by finding the digit we are rounding. Right here. What is the place value of that? That is in the tenths place. So that 8 is in the tenths place. And to round, what do we have to do? We need to look to the right. Look at that number. It's a 1. Our rules are what? If it is less than 5, what do? That number, it stays the same. Now, what if it is 5 or more? It what? Increases by 1. So look at that 1. Is that less than 5 or 5 or more? It's less than 5, so that 8 stays the same. Now remember that 5, we have to write that. The 8 stays the same, and the rest become zeros. Now remember, when we have zeros at the end of a decimal, it's the same thing as not having zeros there. So we can write that, or 5 and 8/10. Bam, that was so easy. That was easy. Let's look at the next one. The next one, read that number. It says 32 and 395 thousandths. What are we rounding? We're rounding that 9. And what is the place value of that? That is in the hundredths place. So the rule is what? We look to the right. Hello. Hi, number 5. Look right here. Is that 5 less than 5? Or is that 5 or more? It's 5 or more. So what happens to that 9? It increases by 1. So we have 32 and 30. Oh no. Look at that 9. If that increases by 1, it actually becomes a 10, which then goes to that 3. So we need to erase that. No, don't clear it. No. And look, it's like having, do you see that 39? So if that 39 increases, it becomes a what? A 40. Just like that. And that 5 becomes a 0. Did you see that? Look, that 39, that 9 goes up, but since that's a 10, this is like a 39, so that becomes 40. And that 5 becomes a 0, which is the same thing as what? 32 and 4/10. Or you can do 32 and 40/100. All those numbers are the same. They're all equal. All right? Got that one? Let's do the next one. Let's say this number, 726 thousandths. We're rounding that to that 7th place, which is in the 10th place. So we look to the right. Hello, number 2. Hi, number 2. Is that 2 less than 5, or is it 5 or more? It is less than 5. So that 7 does what? It stays the same. So this is the same thing as what? Well, not the same thing. It rounds to a 7. It stays at a 7. Then that 2 and the 6 become zeros, which is the same thing as what? 7/10. So it's 700 thousandths or 7/10. All right. This stuff is so easy. Let's look at the next one. It says 64 and 491 thousandths. We're rounding to that 4, which is in what place? The tenths place. Look to the right. Hello, number 9. Is that 9 less than 5 or 5 or more? It's 5 or more, so what happens to this 4? It becomes a 5. That's right, so let's write that down. 64 and 5/10, and the rest becomes 0, 0. Or we can write what? 64 and 5/10, just like that. So 64 and 500 thousandths, or 64 and 5/10. Yes! We're on the last one. Look at that last one. It says 38 tenths hundreds. That's 38 hundredths. We are rounding to what? The whole number. That 0 is in what place? The ones place. So we look, same thing, do the same thing. Look to the right. Hello, number 3. And what happened to that number 3? Well, nothing happens to that. We got to check the rule. Is that 3 less than 5 or 5 or more? It is less than 5, so that 0 stays the same. So guess what? Look, it's a 0. The rest becomes zeros. 0, which is the same thing as plain old 0. All right, done with that one. My gosh, we are done. We are well on our way to getting everything done. If you need help with any of the questions that you are working on today, make sure you find the videos to get those done. And let's keep on going. Love you.